Arcangelo Corelli, great violin master composer from the turn of the 17th century. And this piece we're going to hear, it is the 12th of his set called Opus 5, and it's an unusual piece because although it is a sonata, it consists of only one movement. And the movement is variations on an ancient and very popular tune called La Folia, which goes back about half a millennium. It means the folly, or it means the madness. And it goes back to Renaissance times in Portugal, where apparently it was used to accompany peasant dances on the theme of fertility. And the tune itself eventually cohered into a 16-bar format with a very recognizable tune and also a very recognizable harmonic progression, which you hear over and over again because, for one reason or another, composers of the last 500 years have been very attracted to this tune as the possibilities of variations. And in order to show you what I mean before we hear the piece, I put together a little 2.5-minute compilation of great folias of the last 500 years, starting with one from the Renaissance time by my favorite Renaissance composer, Anonymous. And here's one by Vivaldi. Jean-Baptiste Lully. Johann Sebastian Bach. Antonio Salieri. Here's a surprise one by Beethoven. Franz Liszt. Sergei Rachmaninoff. Contemporary brass quintet. Head-banging rock band. So you get the idea. And the one that we're about to hear may be the most famous of all, or perhaps the most influential, because Corelli wrote it just at the turn of the 18th century. It was published in 1700. And by the time 100 years had gone by, this version, or the original version, had been published more than 40 times. And so by 1931, when Rachmaninoff set about writing his own version, we heard a smattering of it. He called it Variations on a Theme of Corelli, which, of course, it was not. And the one thing that binds all of these different versions together is that they form the basis of a way of demonstrating the technical and the musical and the expressive capabilities of the artists who are going to be performing them for us today. And so it's a very good place to begin today's journey. Enjoy the concert.